Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we decode the inner workings of big companies. And today we're diving into ALT5 Sigma Corporation's latest financial report. Get ready because this one has some wild swings, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency and a whole lot of stock activity. Alright, let's get straight into the thick of it. This report covers the period ending the 27th of September 2025. Looking at their balance sheet, we see a massive jump in total assets from about $82 million at the end of 2024 to over $1.6 billion by September 2025. What caused this huge surge? Well, right at the top under assets, you see cryptocurrency assets at fair value at a staggering $1.5 billion. It looks like ALT5 Sigma made a massive bet on crypto. This isn't pocket change, this is them holding over $1 billion worth of cryptocurrency. Along with that, their digital assets receivable also shot up significantly. This means they are holding a lot more digital currency and also have a lot more owed to them in digital currency. On the flip side, their liabilities also grew, especially digital assets payable, meaning they owe a lot of digital assets back to others. Now for the income statement, and this is where things get really interesting, for the 9 months ending the 27th of September 2025, the company reported a net income of just under $37 million. That sounds great, right? But hold on, the main driver of this profit isn't actually from their core business operations. See this line item here, unrealized gain on cryptocurrency assets for over $72 million. That is the big story. Their crypto holdings became incredibly valuable during this period, generating this massive gain. But here is the catch. It is an unrealized gain. That means they made a lot of money on paper. But they haven't actually sold those crypto assets. Their actual operating activities, the gross profit line, while growing, is dwarfed by this crypto market movement. Another big change is their selling, general, and administrative expenses. For the 9 months ending in 2025, these expenses ballooned to over $28 million, a huge jump from just under $8 million the prior year. This increase is attributed to things like bad debt, more stock-based payments, and the recent acquisitions, which we'll get to. If we look at the total net income for the 9 months, ending the 27th of September 2025, it is $36.9 million. Compare that to the same period last year when they had a net loss of almost $2.4 million. That is a massive turnaround, but again, remember that unrealized crypto gain is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Let's look at where the cash is coming from and going. For the first 9 months of 2025, their cash used in operating activities was about $15.5 million. This means their day-to-day business operations are actually burning cash, which is not ideal. Now look at investing activities. They spent over $711 million on cryptocurrency assets purchased. This aligns with that huge crypto holding we saw on the balance sheet. They also got a lot of cash from financing activities, over $719 million, mainly from equity financing. It is clear they raised a ton of money, partly to fuel this crypto investment. Speaking of acquiring things, ALT5 Sigma has been busy. On May 9, 2025, they acquired Miswipe, a payment solutions provider. The purchase price was around $14.2 million, paid through a mix of stock, warrants, and promissory notes. They also acquired ALT5 Sigma, incorporated itself back in May 2024 for about $16 million. A move that significantly boosted their goodwill on the balance sheet. See this goodwill line. It jumped from about $11.7 million to over $20 million. This usually happens when a company buys another company and pays more than the fair value of its identifiable assets. It shows they paid a premium, likely for the brand name, customer base, or future potential of what they acquired. The company is also spinning off its biotechnology segment, Alaya Therapeutics Corporation. For financial reporting, this means that segment's results are now shown as discontinued operations. This is a common move when a company wants to focus on its core business or unlock value by separating a division. Now, for some legal drama, there is a significant SEC complaint from August 2021 that is still lingering. While the company settled its part of the case in May 2024 for $250,000, the former CFO is still facing charges. This kind of legal overhang can be a drag on a company's reputation and future actions. Then there is the Sigring class action lawsuit where ALT5 Sigma was added as a defendant. Even though the company is fighting these allegations vigorously, these kinds of lawsuits can be costly and distracting. A judgment was also entered against ALT5 Sigma for $1.3 million in the main 270 case. They are appealing this, but it is a significant financial risk. Let's talk about that massive cash infusion we saw earlier. In August 2025, ALT5 Sigma completed a registered direct offering and a private placement, bringing in a whopping $1.5 billion. This money was raised specifically to fund their crypto treasury operations. including buying those WL5 tokens we saw earlier and to settle existing litigation and pay down debt. This massive capital raise involved issuing a lot of stock and warrants which can dilute existing shareholders. It is a clear sign they needed a significant amount of cash to execute their ambitious crypto strategy. Looking at their dilute earnings per S-Hair, it is a bit of a mixed bag. For the 9 months ending September 2025, they saw a positive 29 cents per S-Hair, but last year it was a negative 11 cents. This huge swing is directly tied to that unrealized crypto gain we discussed. Without it, their operational earnings per share would likely paint a much different picture. And you can see here in the stockholder equity statement the significant expense related to stock-based compensation, especially restricted stock units. For the 9 months ending the 27th of September 2025, it was almost $6 million. This means they are giving away a lot of their own stock as a form of payment to employees and executives, which can dilute current shareholders and often leads to an increase in outstanding shares. Now, let's talk about the company's overall direction. ALT5 Sigma is clearly making a huge pivot towards cryptocurrency and fintech. The massive investment in WL5 tokens and the acquisitions of Miswipe and ALT5 Sigma itself show a clear strategy to become a major player in the digital asset space. However, this strategy comes with significant risks. The massive unrealized gain on crypto is a double-edged sword. While it boosts their reported net income, it also exposes them to extreme market volatility. If crypto prices drop, that reported profit could evaporate quickly. Their operating activities are still showing a cash burn, meaning they are relying heavily on external funding, like that huge equity raise to keep the lights on and fund their crypto investments. The legal issues are also a major concern. Multiple lawsuits and an SEC complaint, even if settled or disputed, create uncertainty and can be costly. The sheer amount of stock they are issuing for acquisitions, compensation, and financings is also something to watch. While it fuels growth, it can significantly dilute existing shareholders. In conclusion, ALT5 Sigma is a company in rapid transformation. Betting big on the future of digital finance, they have the potential for huge upside if their crypto strategy pays off and their new acquisitions integrate successfully. However, the risks associated with crypto volatility, ongoing legal battles, and the need for continuous funding are substantial. They are definitely a company to keep an eye on. But investing in them right now feels like a high-risk, high-reward gamble. Alright, that is our deep dive into ALT5 Sigma's latest financial report. What is your take on this crypto-fueled roller coaster? Are they onto something big, or is this too risky? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you found this analysis helpful. Smash that like button and subscribe for more dispatches from the corporate world. And don't forget to join our community on Discord. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next decoding.